Hi, I'm Aishah. I'm a mum of 2 kids. I'm a radio announcer on Mix. That means I'm a full-time working mum. Okay, so I thought I did. So this was about 2 years ago. So the nature of our job, on the outside it looks very fun, but we are constantly in creation. So we're constantly coming up with ideas, we're looking at this, we're looking at, so sometimes it can be really tiring. So I was feeling really overdrawn at work. Now the problem is, as soon as I get home, I pick up my kids, and then there's that whole thing with them again. Now, because I was so tired at work, I came home and I found myself snapping and being so really angry with my kids. So I felt like I wasn't winning at work. And then I came home and I was so angry with my kids, so I wasn't winning at home. And then because I was so tired and miserable, I didn't want to go and work out or go run because I like running. So I felt like I wasn't winning in that area too. So it got to a point, I remember sitting down with my husband at the end of a long day. And then, he was like, Sayang, are you okay? You don't look good. The past few days you've been so distracted, so lost in your thoughts. And I finally just opened up to him and I said, look, I'm not winning anywhere. And then I just cried, the waterworks. I started crying and I said, look, you know what? I feel like I'm sucking at work. I feel like I'm really not being a great mom right now. I feel like I'm not being good to myself, and I feel like nothing I'm doing is right. So I went to see a shrink. What she told me instead was not that I was going through depression, that I was just so burnt out. So it can feel like that because I've had friends who went through depression and they feel that sometimes there's no hope. So that's that common feeling, I guess, in depression. But that's what I was feeling too at that time. So it did feel that, you know what, I'm actually going through something that's a little, this is not just stress that I can sleep through. I really just felt like I needed to talk to somebody. Well, I had to be really honest with my kids. So I had to just explain it to them that, I'm not perfect. I'm not a superhuman. I'm not expected to be happy and cheery or have things handled or put together or organized all the time. So I had to explain to them what I was going through. And then I also spoke to my husband just to see how he could help me at home. And so my time was about going to work, coming home, being with my children and my spouse, and then some time for me. So that's how I just had to really just open up to those surrounding me and saying, I need help. I can't do this alone. Several reasons. Number one, it takes you away from work, because yes, you do have your normal work, be it stay-at-home mom or working mom. So there's work that you're going to do. And even the kids when you're with kids time, sometimes it's helping them with homework or revision or planning a birthday party or just remembering their classmates' birthday, which you need to buy a present. That's work. So me time takes you away from that. That's number one. Number two is you need to show to your kids how much you value you, because you are their biggest example and their biggest mentor in life. So if you show that you are valuable, that self-love is important, they will grow up to have that self-love, and they won't grow up to be a martyr, because mama wasn't a martyr. If you have more me time, you say no. You actually take control of your life and say, no, I'm not going to be a victim of my circumstance. I'm going to go on this one-night staycation with my girlfriends. Whatever your me time is for you, declare it for yourself, because you do it for yourself and you do it for your kids. It's okay to not have it together. That is my message to all mothers. In what world did we think that we needed to have it together, right? If you can do that, congratulations. But not many of us can. And that stress and that guilt of whenever you can't do it. So yeah, don't feel guilty and don't feel as though you have to achieve it all. You don't. No, because here's the truth. I pick and choose what I share. Certain things that I like to remain intimate. So no, I haven't, but I have heard of mothers who, she shared this story on social media, but this backlash she got was in person. And the reason why I want to share this is because we've either been on the receiving end or the giving end of it. This lady is amazing. She has 4 young children. She's a stay-at-home mom, but her husband works full-time. But she manages to train and she runs, and she's a competitive ultra-marathoner. So in my eyes, she was an inspiration. But she shared the story of, in her local neighborhood, she had gone to the market and she was with her kids, and her kids were crying, and as kids would be, and they were really, throwing a tantrum. And there was this lady in the market who knew her, and she said, oh, well, if you weren't spending all this time on your runs and your races, I'm sure you could spend more time with your kids. You know, and she said how it hurt her, and I just told her that, look, you are actually, by you living your life to the fullest, you are doing the best for your kid because you're being a positive example. Well, at the end of the day, when I'm putting my kids to bed and they hug me so tight, and then at that moment, I'm the most important thing in the world. Whatever that's troubled me during the day sort of goes away, and I'd be like, wow, this child loves me unconditionally and just sees me for such an amazing person. I must be. Because it's World Mental Health Day, I just want to remind everyone to stop, listen to yourself, and ask yourself how you doing.